Imagine somebody sends you an audio file, but it was recorded without a click, and you want to sync it to the Ableton grid. You just drag your song into Ableton, drop it. Then you can get rid of the other audio track, and then you're in business. Now you can zoom in and try to line up that first beginning of the song with a proper grid line. We're just going to expand here. There we go. Bring up clip view with Shift Tab. Shift Tab will get you into clip view, and then we zoom in to get the first hit lined up with the bar line. You can use Command and then click and drag to get that lined up pretty good. Let's check it out. Not bad. Okay, from here we're going to zoom in on a clip view, and then you can see these tiny little white hash marks whenever there's a transient. Oh, by the way, the warp mode doesn't matter much, but you definitely want to click lead mode so that this track becomes the thing that controls the tempo of the live set. So for each of those little white hash marks, you can double click those and create a warp marker. Looks like I clicked the wrong one. I'm going to get rid of that and go over here. Now for each of these warp markers, I'm going to move them to the downbeat of each measure. So I'm just listening to detect the one. I grab a warp marker for that one, and then I move the warp marker to the downbeat of a particular bar. You don't have to do it for every bar. I think it lines up just fine, usually if you skip a few bars and then... But in no case is the actual file warped. Instead, it controls the tempo of the live set. So you can go through the rest of the song and just, click on these, create these warp markers every so often, and they will line your song up with the grid. Of course, the reason that you might want to do that is if you want to add MIDI to this, or use the Ableton metronome, or you want to put in some effects that are controlled by the beat. All of those things can be facilitated using this. Oh, it also makes it easier to use locators and so forth. So this drummer obviously has a really solid tempo, so there's not a whole lot of adjustment that needs to be made here. But you can lock them in as you go along. And so going through the rest of the song just until the whole thing is lined up, and then you can save this as a basis for further enhancement of this track. This is the sort of thing that you would do if you were adding, you're gonna add some instruments to this mix down. Okay, that's about all I have to say about this, but I'm gonna let the rest of the video play out just in case it's got some interesting demonstration on there. So enjoy. What I want, I tend to grab. Baby, what you trying to do? I was trying to get it all for you. I was trying to get it all for you. And I'm standing at the corner, waiting for the truth, and I'm wondering, ever wondering if it's really ever any use. The things you thought you knew, it turns out they're not true. It seems the greatest joy is never really knowing what to do.
one joy I don't have. So what I want, I tend to grab. So what I want, I tend to grab. But when you start to stretch your mind, realize that all we have is time. Listen now, good people.